Hey guys, Taylor Cocke here. Whispers of the Old Gods is out, and the pros are making decks. So let's take a look at Twobier's Murloc Aggro Paladin deck.
Uther versus Thrall!
This is a deck that when I first saw it, I was like, oh cool, this is going to be a blast to play. There's a lot of good Murloc stuff coming out in this set, and none of them are in my opening hand. So let's toss this whole thing back and see what we can find. That's a little bit better. It's still not great. I wish I had gotten a few of the 1-drops. Perhaps a Selfless Hero, Vilefin Inquisitor, that sort of thing. Speak of the devil, there's our Vilefin Inquisitor, so our hero power now summons Murlocs. Yes, as they say in the business. So let's see if we can get a little bit more. Oh, a Tunnel Trog. Okay, so we got a little bit more of an aggro shaman deck coming our way. So let's see what we can make happen here. So because this is a battle cry on the Vilefin Inquisitor, I'm going to be summoning Silverhand Murlocs for the rest of the game. The ever adorable Silverhand Murlocs. So hopefully we can get a little bit more of a little bit more board control. Make sure something else happens here. So this Rallying Blade. Normally I would wait a little bit in order to cast it. And you know what? I might actually wait a little bit more to cast it anyway, because I can cast Murloc Whirlleader and give my Vilefin Inquisitor a significant buff. So this is a good spot for this deck to be in. We got a pair of 3/3s on the board after turn 3. Oh. Well, we win. Thanks. Moving on. Let's because we didn't get much of a fun time with that. Let's give this another shot. I am playing casual right now because I don't want to mess with my rank too much, because I haven't played a lot of these decks. This one should be relatively straightforward, but I'm not convinced as to its strength. It just looks like a very, very fun deck. So let's give this bad boy another shot. This time it's up against Hunter, so this could be a face versus face matchup. I'm not nuts about these two. The Murloc Whirlleader is a bit of a risk to keep, because if I don't grab another Murloc, he's going to be a little bit worthless, but let's give it a shot. See what happens. Alright, there's our Vilefin Inquisitor. This is relatively important to get early on, considering that you want to be able to summon a whole bunch of Murlocs as fast as possible. This deck does run Sea Giant, because you're going to have a full board most of the time, ideally, unless this Hunter plays a lot of traps. That should be the case. So the more Murlocs we are able to spawn, the more value we'll get out of that Sea Giant. It gives the deck a little bit of late game pressure, something to give it a little bit more gas as time goes on. This guy is playing Leper Gnome, which I'm not convinced is still quite that good. So let's see what we can do here. Let's drop the Abusive Sergeant here. Give this guy +2/+2. Get a little bit of damage going here. Go to the face. Always to the face with Murlocs. Unfortunately, we only have one Murloc in play at the moment, so the Murloc Whirlleader isn't going to be all that great once I play him. But you know, hopefully we'll see what happens. This Selfless Hero is a spectacular card. It's a great Paladin 1-drop. It's rare for Paladins to have a 1-drop this good, especially in class. So it is a vast improvement. Oh, he's going full-blown face. Okay. So let's show this guy what's what. Drop that guy. Hit his dude here with that. That's fine. What are we gonna get? I'm not nuts about that. I kind of would have liked to see the Abusive Sergeant get the Divine Shield, just so I could trade him without losing him. But that's fine. I don't mind my Inquisitor getting a nice little Divine Shield buff. So let's see what he's got here. I have a feeling that we might be in a pretty good spot here. Typically, if a Hunter does not have a whole lot of stuff on turn 3, then he's kind of in a rough spot. Especially if this is face hunter. That's probably, I'm going to guess, that is a Flame Trap. Fire Trap, or whatever that thing is called. So let's maybe not fall for that particular trap. Ah, freezing trap. Okay. That's fine. We're just making a bunch more Murlocs and keep going here. Murlocs. Murlocs. Alright. There's gonna be a lot of glurglurglurlglurl in this game. Right? Yep. Oh, and also in the back we have sort of our new background for the set. That doesn't change at all. Oh, it's kind of gross. This guy's infested. Also gross. This looks like a very old school hunter deck, an old school face hunter deck that isn't quite still in meta. So the question now here is, do I want an 8/8 Sea Giant or do I want a bunch of fat Murlocs? I'm going to go with a bunch of fat Murlocs. Why not? Let's go full on face. Let's show this face hunter what a true face deck is going to look like here. I have quite good board control. Our Horse Rider, yeah, this is a deck that seems to not have changed since the expansion. He's not running any of the new cards that I've seen as of yet. It's a good trade. However, he does not. Nobody suspects. Oh, deal 2 damage. Okay. Clear out my board here a little bit. That's about alright. Now I'm in trouble. See, my Warlord is not great here. Let's go with a nice little Sea Giant. Get a little bit of force him to really trade if he wants to not die here. Oh, Defender Vargas. Cool. I may have gone a little bit aggro. A little bit too aggro. Neglected to trade on the board. That's quite alright. Question is, does he go face here or does he take out my giant? Make your choice. Oh, he's gonna go full blown face, okay. That means I'm in a lot of trouble. So nothing has Divine Shield, so this Rallying Blade is kind of worthless to me. What I could do is I could drop this guy. Wait. This would cost 10 mana to finish off, so let's not do that. I think I'm dead next turn anyway, so... Doesn't really matter. Alright, let's drop the Well Played. Because if he does in fact have lethal. Oh, there's the yeah, perfect Hogger. Great, sweet. Goodbye, cruel world. Alright, let's give this one another shot. Considering this deck moves pretty quickly, I definitely misplayed. I should have established more board control early on, but that is quite alright. Let's give this guy one more shot before we say goodbye today. Once again, we are playing Twobier's Aggro Murloc Paladin deck. This deck, I found it on Reddit. A lot of people are starting to talk about a lot of new decks that are starting to pop up. So it's definitely something that people are talking about. I'm not sure that Murloc Paladin is going to be all that spectacular, but you know, it is definitely something that is a possibility to play within the new set. And I swear I swear that this is a Murloc deck, but I have no Murlocs in my opening hand, which makes things interesting. But you know, it's still just a straight up aggro deck. You're running your Argent Squires, your Abusive Sergeants, even your Argent Protectors. The Sea Giant is there for sort of a little bit of late game power, just in case that you needed some backup here. And you are going to have a lot of minions in the board, so he's a guy that there's definitely a strong possibility that he will be cast relatively early. Frostwolf Warlord, it's a card that I'm not entirely convinced by in this list, but it is what Twobier is playing, or was playing yesterday. So it is A card that could go off, it has a pretty big risk associated with it, because if it does not go off, if you don't get at least 2 minions on it, it's severely overcosted. So perhaps it'll work, perhaps it won't. I might consider switching it out for something else. Maybe like a True Silver. This deck doesn't run any True Silver champions. It doesn't. Maybe a Consecration, just because some board wipe wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for this deck. So we've got a dragon. We've got a dragon priest on our hands. So the question is, how do we want to play this thing? Let's get some board control going here. Next turn we can drop a Beast of Sergeant and Ardent Protector in order to sort of take that bad boy out, and it doesn't matter. So you can sort of just choose which minion you want to give Divine Shield to. So you probably drop the Beast of Sergeant on a 1/1, drop the Divine Ardent Protector, killing this thing off. Hopefully this priest doesn't get too controlly on my hands, so because this deck is an aggro deck, so you really want to get a lot of damage off early. Okay, that's fine. There's our Bilefin Tidehunter. Guy is quite good. +2 this turn. Drop another Argent. Trade this guy away. I still have my Argent Squire. He's gonna start dropping more and more taunts, considering that's what Dragon Priest tends to do. This is actually a pretty good Frostwolf Warlord next turn, and the Sea Giant will always be castable, but this guy is it would be an 8/8 for 5, which isn't terrible. I mean, this is also an 8/8 for 5, but this guy is much more risky to keep in your hand because this guy's always an 8/8. This guy's not always an 8/8. Well, now he'll just be a 7/7. Not the best. Not the best. That's fine. Let's give him a shot. Let's see what you got for me, Frostwolf Warlord. 7/7. All right. 7/7 on turn 4. Not terrible at all. I cannot complain about that particular play. So yeah, this is a bit more like what this deck is supposed to look like. It's supposed to have a little, much more of an up-tempo pace, keep things going, keep things moving. I did not draw my Valfin Inquisitor, so this is only creating humans or genderless. Excuse me. Let's cut that part. I did not draw my Valfin Inquisitor, so the reinforce is just making Silverhand recruits instead of Silverhand Murlocs, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't really have any Murloc buffing cards in my hand at the moment, so it's not a huge deal. This guy's just giving me all sorts of value for my Sea Giant here. Alright, so that's quite good in this deck, but we're going to drop the Sea Giant first. Just get going, get my 8/8. I may consider just going face for the rest of the game. Seems like a good plan. Depends on what he plays, obviously, but this deck loves to go face, so hopefully we don't get slowed down too much. Twilight Guardian. That's going to have Taunt. So he still has dragons in his hand somewhere. Some dragons that I have yet to see. Alright, Bilefin Tidehunter. So we're going to go ahead and drop our Steward of Darkshire. I'm going to drop a Bilefin Tidehunter here, just to get that sort of oozy, taunty goodness. Ta-da! And guess what? He has Divine Shield. So, have fun with that, sir. Mr. Priest Man. Let's get in the face with that 8/8. This is a heck of a combo here. Having a 1/1 taunt isn't spectacular to begin with. Oh, that's not good. I should have anticipated that, but I was talking too much and did not expect that guy to pop out in that particular fashion. Alright. Oh, hello there. Hello there, my friend. So let's get a 1/1 scout. Let's drop the Titan. Then the War Leader. Got a bunch of big boys on the board now. So unless he's got another another board clear, he's in a bit of trouble here. Okay. Ah, there it is, the Holy Nova. Of course he drew both. Of course, why wouldn't he draw both? That makes total sense. Now I'm in trouble. Now I have no more gas left. So this is the problem with these sorts of decks: is these aggro decks, if they get board wiped too far, if you play it a little bit overly aggressive, like I just did. Oh, good. So now he has a couple of those guys. So nothing has Divine Shield right now, but I want to try to burn him out as fast as possible, seeing if I can kill him before he kills me, which might be a bit of a problem considering this deck doesn't actually run a whole lot of card draw. I'm looking at the list now. I don't actually believe it plays any card draw at all. So what I get is what I get. So he's got playing a Bran, so I have a feeling something bad is about to happen. Oh, that's very bad. What's he going with? What's he going with? Okay. Huh. So I don't know what this is. This is a Paladin secret, which means it's probably you know what? I can't say. So let's see what we find here. Yep, just as I thought. Ah, Noble Sacrifice, of course.
For justice.
I'm gonna hold the Abusive Sergeant just for a nice little combat trick next turn. I'm gonna need something big here in order to win this game. He does not have any taunters on the board, which is nice, but he does have 5 HP. So Blessing of Kings, now that he's killing off all of my minions, it does not help me. Okay, that's not terrible. Let's drop that. Plop the Reinforce out. Okay. So hopefully, ideally, this will buy me enough time to find something good. I don't think there's much left in the deck in order to take him out with, but Forbidden Shapeling, that's he just won the game. Yep, that's lethal. Well, there you go. That's Twobier's aggro Murloc Paladin deck. Obviously, you can see what it does. See that it gets going really fast, really quickly, but you know, it does run out of gas, unfortunately, as do all face-oriented aggro decks. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Taylor Cocke for Yahoo eSports.